me nigga stand up. I like a trap nigga by this big bucks. Trap girl.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today, as you can see in the title, I'm back with another story time. Today I'm gonna be talking about when my side nigga tried to leave me. Like, I was mad that day, tear, all that. So I'm gonna start from the very beginning. I'm gonna start from, this was in 10th grade. So we're gonna talk about it. I had two boyfriends. Well, it wasn't two boyfriends. Let me tell you what happened. Alright, so boom. It was a bright sunny day. I was in 10th grade, right? And I was going out with this boy. We gonna name him MacBook, because I'm looking at it. We're gonna name him MacBook. So I'm dating MacBook, right? But me and MacBook, like, this was 10th grade, so me and MacBook, it wasn't no real, like, anyway, me and MacBook, we dating in 10th grade, you know how 10th grade go. But I felt like we was not no real relationship. Like, I just felt like we was just dating to date, because we just liked each other. Like, we barely hung out or like, it was, I don't know. Anyway, so then, one day, we was walking, me and my friend was outside, and we used to be in the library a lot in 10th grade. So it was this boy that we seen that we always seen in the library. So my friend, she wanted him, but she had a boyfriend. So, but that's none of our business. We gonna mind our business, period. So she goes to talk to him, but he has a friend, and the friend is just standing there looking at me, cause she been trying to like talk to him for a minute. Like, she's trying to flirt with him for a minute, the other boy. So I'm just waiting for her, like, girl, go get your flirt on, like, let's go. So the boy that was standing there, that was the side. This is before he became the side, the future side. Okay. So yeah. So we gonna name him, since I'm looking at it, can't y'all see? We gonna name him Rose. So anyway, Rose, right? So Rose is standing there looking at me, whatever. And I'm just like, cause you know, I was trying to be faithful.
Cap.
I was just trying to be a good, faithful person. So I'm just like ignoring him, whatever. So then he just staring. I'm like, hello. So I said hi, cause you know you staring. So let's make conversation. Like, what? If I'm just a whole person, you're a whole person. We could talk. We could be cool. So he was like, oh, we started chatting, whatever. He was like, oh, let me get your Facebook. So I get my Facebook. So then later on, he started texting me on Facebook. But I didn't tell him I had a boyfriend. I already knew his intention. He wanted to talk to me because, you know, what? So now I'm texting Rose, whatever. But I'm keeping it like, I'm just texting. We're not texting like, he not trying to like flirt heavy, and I wasn't flirting at all. And we just texting like regular people, like cool friends. So then one day, so he was telling me that he want me, like it was around. So he started telling me that he want to talk to me and stuff like that. So then I started panicking, cause you know, I think Rose is a cool person. But I got a man. Like, if I didn't have a man, I probably would have talked to Rose first. You know what I mean? Like, this is me at the time thinking. If I didn't have a man, I probably would talk to him. But Rose, sweetie, I got a man. I got MacBook. So it was one day I'm in the library. So I'm texting Rose. I'm like, oh, I'm in the library. He lived very close to the library. I was in the library with all my friends. So he's like, oh, I'm coming to the library. So I'm telling my friends, I'm like, bro, he's coming to the library. Like, I don't know why he's trying to leak me. He cannot leak me. I got MacBook. Me and MacBook is together. Period. I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm gonna put him on with one of y'all. So I pick a friend to put him on to. So I'm like, yo, when he come here, I'm gonna just tell him I got a man, and I'm like, but I got a friend for you. So he comes. So then he comes. He gave me a hug, So he gave me a hug. So then he sat down next to me. So then we all chat, me and all my friends. So then he was like, oh, so like he was talking to me like, but he was like trying to flirt with me, you could tell. So I'm like, all right, Rose, I need to talk to you real quick. I'm like, can y'all like leave the table? I was telling my friends to leave the table so I could have a one-on-one conversation. So then Rose is like, so I'm like, Rose, it's something I didn't tell you. He's like, what? I was like, I can't talk to you. He's like, why? I was like, cause I have a boyfriend. He's like, he sat down like, okay. So I'm like, oh, okay. So he's like, alright, so break up with your boyfriend. I'm like, whoa, MacBook, you're wildin'. I mean, Rose, you're wildin'. Like Rose, but I want to keep my hood on. It's cute. But I'm like, Rose, boot out, Rose, boot. Hold on. So I'm like, what do you mean? I'm not that type of person. I don't just leave my man for another man. I don't do that. Well, I didn't do that. So then, wow, my forehead is very shiny. So then, I'm like, I can't do that. Like, no, we could just be friends. He's like, I don't want to be your friend. I was like, I'm gonna put you onto my friend. He's like, I don't want your friend. And I'm like, you need to see my friend. So I show him which friend. He's like, I don't want your friend. I want to talk to you. I'm like, Rose, you making this hard for me. I'm like, okay, one thing about me, I was always a player, but with MacBook, I was really trying to be like loyal. I was really like, I'm keeping it about. I was really trying. So I'm like, Rose, you bugging. I'm with MacBook, chill out. So then, me and Maju, through the whole relationship, so that day ended, and I'm just like, Rose, I can't talk to you, but we're gonna be friends. So he was like, okay, we can be friends until you get it together. I'm like, oh my god. Anyway, so then, Rose, we were just friends. But you know, he was still trying to flirt with me. So me and MacBook, let's get back to MacBook. So MacBook, through the whole relationship, we used to have like 6 months, I believe. But I don't jack them, but like, I'm just telling y'all the story. But anyway, so we used to together for like 6 months. Oh, I don't jack MacBook. But anyway, we used to together for like 6 months. So MacBook is like, we are barely talking. Like, we barely spend time together. We be in school. MacBook be acting like he won't speak to me. But tell people I'm his girl. And like, everybody knows I'm his girl. Everybody calling me MacBook. Hey, MacBook. Hey, Mac. I'm like, no, that's out. So I wasn't too like, how you say, invested into this relationship, but I was just trying to be loyal. I was trying it out. So boom, 6 months later, boom, me and Rose, we talking or whatever. We still hanging out. Like, me and Rose, like, when I say we still hang out every day, him, Rose, me, my friend, and his friend, we would hang out every day. Like, when I say every day, like, me and my friend be like, oh, we hanging out thingies today, right? Like, that would be the plan. It's not, oh, you gonna chill with your boyfriend. No, I'm not, because I don't know. I don't know. I felt like he was nervous around me. Well, he did tell me that he was nervous around me, like, at the time. So I'm like, I guess he didn't like, I don't know. I felt like he was nervous around me. That's why he didn't want to like hang out with me that much. But like, I don't know. He was nervous around me. So anyway, enough point. So Rose, I'm hanging out with Rose every day for the whole 6 months. Alright, every once in a while I hang out with MacBook. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, so I'm hanging out with Rose. Then one day I'm talking to Rose and I'm like, yo, Rose, MacBook, he's still acting funny. I don't know. He wasn't acting funny, but like, he was, alright, what acting funny I'm trying to say? He was scared to approach me. Like he'll be scared to say certain things to me. Like, he'll be scared to like talk to me, I guess, sometimes. Like, yeah, he was being himself, but like to hang out with me, I guess, I felt like he was scared to ask me and stuff. Like, we would barely hang out. So I'm like, is he scared of me? I don't know. So anyway, and then a lot of stuff was going on within that relationship. It was just problems. I'm gonna tell you this. It was problems. Like, we barely hung out, we barely spoke. I did feel like a girlfriend, but everybody knew I was with him. And it was just, it was too much. I'm gonna make that another story time, okay? Period. So then, yeah, so I'm talking to Rose, and I'm like, Rose, you know what? Let me tell you what's going on. So I'm like, yeah, MacBook is acting, he's doing too much at this point. I feel like I'm gonna break up with him. This is what I said. I feel like I'm gonna break up with him. I did not say I'm breaking up with him, okay? I did not say that. I'm gonna clarify right now. I said I feel like we're gonna break up, or I'm gonna break up with him. So then later on, so me, all of us go home. Rose go home. I go home. Excuse me, I just had some good food. But anyway, so boom, Rose go home. I go home. My friend go home. His friend go home. So we all go home because we used to hang out and outside all day. So anyway, because in high school, I don't go to people's houses. I still don't go to people's houses, but that's not the point. So yeah. He goes this way, I go my way. So later on in the day, mind you, that day we was talking. I like look really cute that day because in my school we had like some presentation thing we had to dress up, and I was just I had my little skirt and I was butt or whatever. So I posted a picture. So I posted a picture on Facebook. I'm gonna show y'all the picture actually. I'm gonna show y'all the picture. Anyway, like I was really baddie back then. So anyway, I'm still baddie today. But anyway, so I posted a picture. So Rose like screenshotted my picture and posted on his Facebook and was like, woman crush every day. So MacBook didn't have like a couple people would post me as their woman crush. So I never took it seriously, but I guess I was kind of more like, how you saying, nervous when MacBook posted it. I mean, when Rose posted it. But I kind of wasn't nervous because I didn't tell him to take it down or nothing because I was like, oh, well, it don't matter. MacBook don't use Facebook like that. He wouldn't see it. So that's what that's how I felt. Like, MacBook don't see it. So he's like, woman crush every day. So then I texted her. I was like, oh, thank you, stinks. Nah, because I was liking Rose. I was liking Rose heavy. When I say I was liking Rose heavy, I was liking Rose heavy. So then I'm like, okay, that was my good sis. Anyway, back in the day. So I'm like, oh, thank you, stink, whatever. We chatting. So he like, oh yeah, now that you single, now that you broke up with your boyfriend. Hold on, my father called me. He was like, now that you broke up with your boyfriend, some. I was like, huh? Hold on. What? Hold on. What you mean now that I broke up with my boyfriend? I never said that. I said, I think I will, but I never said I was breaking up with him. So then, he like, what you mean you didn't break up with your boyfriend? And I'm like, what you mean what I mean? Like, we literally, like, what do you mean? Like, we literally arguing. What do you mean? So he's like, you told me you was breaking up with him. I was like, I said, I feel like I'm going to break up with him. I didn't say today. Like, not today, sweetheart. I didn't say today. So then, he was like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm not gonna be like on the side for long. I'm not gonna keep waiting for you, whatever. And I'm like, Steve, why? Like, why you don't wanna wait for me? Like, he was like, it's 6 months. I'm like, oh, that stink, stop. That was my stink. At the time, I don't like him no more. Anyway, so I'm like, stink, chill out. So then he was like, he deleted my picture of his thing. He was like, he deleted it, and then he started posting songs like, oh, DTB, and you know, all that. So I'm like, stink, stop. So then I text my other friend, not the friend I was hanging out with, and I'm like, yo, bro, Rose is trying to leave me. He don't want to be my side no more. Mind you, alright, let me tell you what I mean by side. I never like was kissing Rose. I was never like doing nothing with Rose or nothing. Like, I wasn't kissing him or nothing. So it wasn't like physical cheating. Cause he would always try to kiss me. I'd be like, chill out, you know, I'm with MacBook, right? And then, but like, I emotionally cheated with Rose. I left the relationship with MacBook way before like this situation even happened with Rose. Like, I've been left MacBook in my head. I just didn't physically leave MacBook. But I was already with Rose in my head. But I ain't physically with Rose yet. But Rose was always trying to be with me. Like, we would flirt and stuff, but you know. I'd be like, chill. We flirt. I'd be like, skirt. You gotta back up. You gotta back up. Can we do all that, baby? Okay. Anyway, so then, he like, what he say? So then I'm texting my friends. So I'm like, bro, down the leave. I wasn't really crying, but I was distressed. I'm like, bro, trying to leave me. Cause I told him I was gonna leave MacBook, but I didn't mean it. So my friend's like, see, I be telling you, Joshua, you do not love the side niggas. You neglect them. This is why. Now he think he got power. He could leave you. He think he got power. I'm like, you right, bro. I can't be loving them. So then I'm texting, I'm like, you bugging. How you want to stop trying to talk to me because I ain't leave my man, but you know I had a man from the jump. Like, this is not my fault, this is your fault. Facts. Cause you know, it's never my fault, period. So then, he's like, I don't care, like, you playing, I've been waiting for you for this long, I'm like, you know what? I need time to think. I was like, you know what? Give me time, Rose. Give me time. So then a couple like days go by. Actually, no. Next day went by. Yeah, no, 2-3 days went by. So I'm talking to MacBook or whatever, and I was getting tired. I was like, you know what? I'm about to lose my good brother Rose. Well, not my brother, but my good babe Rose. For MacBook, and MacBook not even being a good boyfriend. Like, why would I, you know, that's what I felt like. I felt like I had more to lose, cause Rose, he treated me good. Like, yeah, he was very toxic, but he treated me good though. For more, like, I felt like I connected with him more than I did with MacBook. Yeah, I connected more with Rose than I did with MacBook. Like, MacBook, I felt like he was just too shy and like he held back from me. Like, he didn't wanna, but he wanted to be with me. I don't understand. So I was just like, you know what? I'm breaking up with MacBook. It's out. It's over. That's out. But I didn't break up with MacBook for Rose. I broke up with MacBook because I realized I'm passing up good guys because Rose is trifling too. But anyway, I'm passing up all these other Negroes for you, and I mentally left this relationship a long time ago. I might as well just break up with him. So that's what I felt like, and that was like mainly because I want Rose. It was mainly because I could be schooled with all these other people. That's what I felt like. So I'm just like, so I'm texting MacBook. I'm like, yo, bro, we breaking up. I said a lot, like, cause you know, I said a lot, and he was just like he was just on some, oh my gosh, no, he was like trying to talk, and I'm just like, nah, like, it's over. That's it. I don't want to be with you. And he was just trying to, you know, basically give me not to break up with him. So then I'm just like, it's nothing you can do. This is me. So then, I'm kind of bummed out because I did like MacBook. I did liked him because I'm gonna tell this in the story time, but I did like MacBook, and it took me a long time to actually see somebody be like, yo, I'm gonna be loyal to him. But yeah, I couldn't be with MacBook because I feel like he was holding me back at the time in 7th grade. Cause you know, I'm a pimp and no lamp. Like, why am I holding on to one man? Like, you feel me? That I feel like is not even meeting my standards, because I have high standards, period. So now, like, I feel like, you know, I meet my standards. So like, I just feel like, you know what's crazy? None of my relationships last past 6 months. That's sad. Anyway, it don't matter. Cause once they start doing stuff that's like dumb, I'm not staying with you. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not staying with you. If you not meeting my expectations, you're out. You're out. It's period. So yeah, so then I left MacBook or whatever. So I'm kind of bummed out. So it was like a week. I'm just like, wow, damn. I miss MacBook. I missed MacBook. But I already know that Rose, I know I would have been happy with Rose, and I was for a while. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. So then I started texting. I told Rose, I'm like, yo, I left MacBook. He's like, oh yeah, we living in a spot. Basically, he was like, we living in a spot now. Me and you together. I'm like, you about to chill? You gotta chill out. Like, you gotta bull out. I can't just hop into another relationship. So then I waited a week and then I got with Rose. Then I started talking to Rose. Oh, well, I started being with Rose because we've been talking for now. We don't matter much about each other. So we was already, the talking phase has been gone. So we just like, let's be in a relationship. And we was just in a relationship. And it was a good relationship too. And then at 6 months, I broke with him because he was bugging. But anyway, yeah, they don't last. And then once I broke with him, I'm going to tell you about that relationship. But once I broke with him, he was like, he gonna post on Facebook, and this is what got it. I took 6 months to get her, and 6 months with her. Now where she at? Like, bro, first of all, what he did to lose me, boy, just don't play with me. Anyway, but yeah. So that concludes my video about how I almost lost my side nigga, but then I got him back because I had to stop playing games. But yeah. Because, you know, I don't lose nothing around here. They lose me, period. So, if you like this content, I'm going to need you to like, comment, and subscribe. And press the bell, all that. I'm going to need you to do all that. If you want to see more videos like this, like, comment, subscribe, and press the bell. Period. Bye! Oh, and I got this from Fashion Nova.
Nigga, stand up.